Welcome, welcome. Am I out of focus? Hey, it's a special occasion. Welcome. I'm going to put the game away so I can play the game now. Let's see. That goes there. This says viewer. That one caught up and says a viewer. Hello, viewer. Hopefully we'll get some more viewers in here. Anyway, it is a special occasion. Hopefully, if you're watching, you might notice something new hanging around the edges of the thing there, because there should be channel points, and they shouldn't be called channel points. They should be called like gold leaves or something like that. I have no idea. I was thrust into this yesterday. Yesterday I finally got the contract, and I finally got official. So this is our... Oh yeah, we got explosions. Let's see. You can have the blue one right there, and I will take the red one. And we got... Okay, on the count of pull. Wait for the count. You do it again. Okay. Now we have stuff to clean up everywhere. All right, moving along. What were we doing? Give me that. Give me that back. Put those over here. Timer. We're supposed to put on a timer. And we're supposed to be missing that. Oh, there's a lot of streamers like just on the wall now. So that's a thing. Desktop audio is missing, but that's fine. We don't care. So yeah, we're official affiliates. We're affiliate streamers. So Twitch is actually noticing my channel, which means we have... I don't know. It's supposed to have unlocked a bunch of stuff, including... streamers. Trash. Okay. Channel points. We should have that. Somebody tell me if we have that. We should have... I haven't figured out the soundboard stuff yet. The soundboard stuff has... it's got a plug-in that I can't get for some reason. I don't know how to install it on its own, and if I try to install the copy of OBS that already has that pre-installed, it doesn't work. It says that the video plug-in doesn't work on that copy, so still working on that thing on the overlays, but hopefully soon we'll get the thing where it tells me when people subscribe and the rest of the stuff that that's supposed to do. And what else? Emotes. Yeah, we got emotes now, and I haven't made any. I've got to make some custom emotes, and we've got... we should now have access to the transcoding servers, which means I'm not limited to, 480p with 30 FPS. I should be able to go ahead and start streaming in high def. I didn't want to mess with that just yet because I wanted to make sure that it worked and stuff first and had a good chance to actually try that out. What else? There was something else. Subscriptions are unlocked, and there's going to be giveaways. Now, I've got so many Steam codes to give away. So many hundreds of Steam codes of just games and games and games, and so that's going to be a thing at some point here. Yeah, basically it's real now, and I guess it can accept bits and do stuff like that. I don't know. What is this? I see the leaf here. Channel points. Get started. Rewards and challenges. Oh. So there's a few of these things already in here. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's get into the game. The preamble stuff is over. We made the goal that I set out to make a couple of months ago, and I'm very happy with that. So let's go ahead and play Star Trek. I gotta find Star Trek. Judgement Rites. There it is. Okay, play. And we'll switch to scene number 2. And looks like it's the whole desktop thing. Enter to continue. Interplay. I hear sound. Okay, it looks like it's working there. Hopefully you guys have sound as well.
Space.
Let me send out a message here.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission to
All right,
explore
moving
strange
along.
new worlds.
Load of previously
Now, what
saved
happened
data.
last week was we got about 20 minutes into this thing, and suddenly there was a power outage, and I'm hoping that won't happen again today. We actually had a brownout earlier today. Clear sky, and the lights just started fizzling, and the UPS came on. I didn't get knocked offline, but... whatever. We're just going to pretend that all the screw-ups I made during that 20-30 minutes
Restart the load
didn't
of
happen.
previously
We're
sa-
just going to load from where we were and see what we can do about it. Well, the first thing we can do about it is figure out where we're going. I think I remember that it was this red thing here. Let's find out. Whoosh. Yes, this is the stuff.
Captain's log, stardate 6257.6. We have entered the Antares Rift and found spatial disruptions in the rift that make using warp engines extremely dangerous. Repairs are almost complete on the minor damage we suffered upon entry into the rift. We are continuing our survey using impulse engines.
My poor babies. Warp engines were meant to be used, Captain.
Communications are back online, Captain.
Deflectors at 93% power and increasing.
Increasing. I'm not sure if that was...
phenomenon would explain many of the strange disappearances in this sector. Still, with our warp engines deactivated, our computers indicate we will be safe.
And then everything went to crap. And then everybody gets a hard time about it, so that's fun.
Communications are out again, Captain. Is anyone hurt?
If he was human, Mr. Spock's pride might be...
Captain, sensors failed
Now's not
to
the time for
indicate
sass,
anything
Kirk.
unusual prior to the explosion. I would speculate that it was caused by an extremely unusual rift in the space-time continuum, a place where radically different physical laws apply.
And since it was different space-time, our sensors weren't programmed to detect it.
And it could happen again at any time without warning.
Alright. Let's talk to everybody.
Captain, I believe I may be able to adjust the sensors to detect these spatial rifts and pilot the Enterprise to avoid them.
Good.
However, the sensors are too heavily damaged here. I will need to get to auxiliary control as soon as possible if I am to reroute the necessary systems.
Mr. Spock, the bulkheads were breached just outside of the bridge. No one's going to be able to leave the bridge for at least an hour unless they're transported out.
Okay. What about
Any
her?
ideas, Lieutenant?
I was barely able to reroute the necessary connections last time, Captain. Communications are completely useless now. We may be able to enter codes into the library computer and instruct others to send messages to us.
Okay.
Status, Mr. Chekhov.
Captain, navigation is not responding. The circuits are as lifeless as a Stalinist.
Life
We
was
need
a
to make
Stalinist.
communicating with the rest of the ship our first priority.
Of course we do.
Status, Mr. Sulu.
Helm is not responding, Captain. The controls are completely dead.
Call the doctor.
Ideas, Mr. Walker?
I'm a security guard, sir, not an idea.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Still, if
Not
we
an
could
idea
send
man,
out
but-
drones to detect these rifts, we might get a better idea on whether they're moving or not, and whether we should stop and make repairs or keep moving.
Thought you couldn't detect
Scotty,
them.
what's our status?
Very bad, Captain.
Very bad.
Whatever hit the Enterprise hit us right in our own neighborhood. The hull is breached 6 meters from the bridge. Beyond that, the instruments are useless. I can't read or send anything through these controls. We'll need a starbase to make this bridge functional again.
Scotty, how about auxiliary control?
Captain, I cannot determine the status of anything beyond the place where the rupture occurred. The rest of the ship could be dead as far as we know.
You get no.
Let's head for the elevator.
It's stuck. We're not getting out of here that way.
Okay. The Spock. Please do your Spock stuff.
Captain, the library computer is online. Apparently, its circuits were shielded from the explosion. Captain, I
Good.
have managed to program a message into the library computer. The first time a person accesses the computer, they will read our distress signal. Hopefully, they can code a reply into the computer, which we can access.
Yep, hopefully your library is popular enough during
Captain, the
a freaking
transporters are operational.
attack,
I
blackout,
request
everything
permission to be
broken.
transported, so I can begin the adjustments.
Oh,
to
that's right.
sensors
Some weird
and
thing
systems.
stole him when he got
Go ahead,
transported last time. Let's do it. Watch this weird beastie. Whoop. And... a thing. A really short thing. And yet the one we meet here in a minute is going to be not a really short thing. Alright. Which one of you is Sulu? Is it Yulu? I honestly can't tell.
Mr. Sulu.
That's
has
Mr.
complete
Sulu.
faith in his captain, who has gotten them out of worse predicaments than this.
Awesome. Awesome. welcome. We got another viewer in here. We are just trying to get back to where we were before the power outage last week. And hopefully you should notice you're gaining
your log into the
gold
computer.
leaves.
You should have voice messages.
Captain, we've managed to jury-rig an evacuation tube through the bridge turbo lift. We should be able to keep it stable long enough for you to be evacuated.
Also, I have no idea what it's supposed to tell me if somebody spends those gold leaves. Let's see here. Can we leave now? We can leave now. Let's see. Twitch tab. My chat. Users. Another TV viewer. Is there somebody logged in called another TV viewer, or is that actually just somebody who's not logged in, and that's what they call it? I have no idea what that means. Oh, we've got the thing. We've got the thing. Let's see. That's my mouse. Auxiliary control, sick bay. Let's go to auxiliary control.
Captain's log. After equipping ourselves with tricorders and phasers, we are now searching for a way to find Spock and return him to us.
Nice.
I determined that the best place to start...
Kaboom. Yellow.
Captain, it's a very good thing we took the warp engines offline.
How bad is it, Scotty?
That explosion was 42% stronger than the one that struck near the bridge.
It's getting
Our
worse.
warp nacelle is crippled, Captain.
I hope it's not a trend. Keep me posted, Mr. Scott. Kirk out.
Alright, now last time we got here... Yay, commercials! Oh man, did it play a commercial? Seriously? That's monetization, buddy! That's how you know you're official. That and the bots that keep coming in. Alright. Are you home from work, or you just happen to be, you know, if you subscribe, then there's no commercials anymore. Oh boy, what were we doing? Also, I see 3 people talking, and it still says 2 viewers, which is weird. It always takes a while for the thing to catch up with what you're doing. Just taking off? Alright. Well, I'm glad you stopped in. I wish you'd have stopped in about 15 minutes ago. That's when the fireworks happened. You'll have to rewind and watch that later on YouTube, I guess. I can still smell the black powder. Alright, we should talk to everybody. Let's talk to this guy.
More comfortable, Captain, if we knew what happened to Mr.
Captain. I love how they spell it K-E-P-T-I-N.
Awaiting orders, Captain.
Of course you are.
Well, they say the price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
What does that mean, Sulu?
No kidding.
That we should have been more vigilant? How could we, if the sensor said nothing?
Well, maybe if Starfleet sensor designers would be quicker to modify their sensors to react to new phenomena.
You two are as bad as Spock and McCoy.
Well, if they're not here, who's gonna bicker, you know? You gonna do it? Let's see. We need to reestablish communication.
Kirk, Scott. Come in, Scotty.
Alright.
Captain, I got bad news for you.
Nice.
This rift is affecting the hull of the ship. Our hull integrity is dropping fast.
How bad is it, Scotty?
It's at 92% and dropping rapidly. According to our system specs, if it drops below 63%...
Put as much powers as you can to the shields. Use
I
them to
still
support our
don't get
hull
that.
integrity.
Why would 63% be the break point?
Divert
Why
as
not
much
set,
power as you can to the
you know,
sensors
call
and
that
find out what's
0%?
causing this.
When it gets down to 0, you know there's nothing good left.
Evacuate all people from the outer decks. Divert power from life support on those decks evenly to shields and sensors. Put as much powers as you can
Let's
to
do
the
that.
shield.
That will probably only buy us a few minutes, Captain.
Do it, Scotty. Every minute counts.
Every minute counts. Okay, we got that. Let's see if we can get into... Actually, what is this thing on the wall?
This screen shows the layout on this deck. The door directly ahead of you leads to the auxiliary control.
Not much on this deck.
The deck integrity monitor. Nothing on this deck has been damaged.
Oh,
yet.
that's nice. Yet. Oh, that's... Love that computer.
Our highest priority is control of the sensors. We must find Spock.
I'll handle it, Captain.
Okay, so I thought last time we walked in here...
Enterprise.
Ah!
Nope, there it is.
Captain,
Look!
It's a dude. And we tried to talk to the dude, and the dude made us go in the cornfield.
It appears our
All
alien
right.
friend likes its privacy.
Yep, and that was the sound effect that you get with Trelane. So there's that. So let's get out of here. I think we find that the door is locked at this point. Let's head for sick bay and pick up the doctor.
Well, Jim, I leave you alone for 5 minutes and look at the mess you've made. Jim, what is going on out there?
Spock is gone, Bones. He was transporting off the bridge, and then he vanished, and then this alien appeared in auxiliary control.
An alien kidnapped Spock?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know, Bones.
Jim, I'll need a medical scan of the alien if I'm to do anything.
I love how this dude's got all this like wicked metal looking stuff displayed on the wall here just to scare the crap out of the patients. My father was a doctor. He was a dentist, in fact. And he never did that. He was a good dentist because he did not try to scare the crap out of you. People are scared enough of dentistry. But all of those metal sharp things were in the drawer, hidden away from sight when you came in and sat in the chair. And then when he brought them out, he did it under your line of sight and kept them out of view. And this dude just like, oh look, I've got this thing for like grinding open a skull. I'll put that above the flea flay. Let's go scan an alien. I dare you to say something like a doctor. That dentist is a specialist, a surgeon, a very special surgeon. One who does surgeon stuff. Like cutting people open and making them bleed, like a good surgeon. Alright.
The Cossacks have locked the door,
The
Captain.
Cossacks. Used to tell me that DDS stood for dumb dental student. We got a hole in the door. Let's look through the hole in the door.
The door to auxiliary control. The panel next to it indicates that it is locked.
Well, it might be locked. Let's see if we can scan. Why do we have the doctor's tricorder anyway?
Captain, I'm getting a sensor reading on the alien.
Did we
sure
steal it
Dr.
from him
McCoy
at some
will find
point?
this data very interesting.
I'm sure he will. Let's go get it to him. Back to sick bay. Back to sick bay. Alright, Scaredy Bones, you should have come with us and done this yourself. Look, now we're getting struck by lightning even more. Ooh, that one had knocked us on the floor.
Jim, we've got to get out of here.
We need to get Spock back.
I should have known the Spock would be good for something someday. Now the day has come and he isn't here.
What good would he be? He told you this wasn't even going to happen.
Here's the sensor scan, Bones.
There you go. Read it off. Tell us it's not anything.
Jim, this says our invaders are Vaurians.
Vaurians.
But they're extinct.
Yeah.
They died out at the time that Cochrane invented the warp drive. They were slaughtered in the Three Systems War.
Jim, I know my history, but I also know my anatomy. The alien in auxiliary control is a Vaurian. There's only one strange thing.
What's that?
This creature isn't capable of doing some of the things that you described. It's an ordinary Vaurian. No special organs, no unusual brain patterns, nothing that traditionally suggests superhuman feats.
Can you neutralize
Super Vaurian feats.
Actually, it's a female. And yes, I know of something that can incapacitate it without harming it.
You just said it was a female, but you're going to call it?
You'll have to pump large quantities into auxiliary control for it to be effective, but it should work almost immediately.
Have any of you guys figured out the channel point thing yet? Does it do anything?
Here's the gas, Jim. Be careful with it. There hasn't been a Vaurian in 150 years.
All right. Let's go kill us the first Vaurian we've ever seen in 150 years. Sick bay, transporter, back here. Engineering, there we go.
Captain, there has been an explosion near the shuttle bay.
We'll fix it.
Fine. There has been no
Didn't ask,
significant
but-
damage.
Any
Okay.
luck communicating with Starfleet Command?
I have made contact with the light cruiser USS Jefferson.
That's
sir.
not Starfleet Command.
It will reach the edge of Antares Rift in 16 hours. The rift is playing havoc with communications.
Thank you, Lieutenant Kirkout.
You're in a trap, and instead of getting to the command people, you've invited someone else in the same kind of ship to your trap. What makes you think they will do any better?
Captain, is it too late to put in a request for an early retirement?
Scotty, if we hit any more of these random detonations, it'll be mandatory retirement for all of us.
Actually,
All right,
Captain,
then.
I was hoping for a better pension.
The impulse engines of the USS Enterprise. Looking at them reminds you of several times they threatened to break down. Now the engines are running fine. It's the other sections of the Enterprise that are breaking down.
Wow, the narrator's a smart aleck.
Artificial gravity control. This system keeps the Enterprise with both feet firmly on the ground. Deflector control grid. This system prevents the Enterprise from being pulverized at near light speed by micrometeorites.
Which is nice.
Life support control systems. This monitors and controls the ship's life support.
I feel like we're supposed to be I feel like there's supposed to be a ventilation system somewhere that we're supposed to be putting the gas in.
This device
that
stores
one?
special chemicals that are pumped into the ship's atmosphere when
There we
needed,
go.
and is operated by the life support system.
Okay. We shove the gas into the hole and run the life support computers.
I wish Dr. McCoy had given me the specs on that gas injection system.
That's what I said last time. Why on earth would you not?
You'd think that Dr. McCoy would have some respect for engineering.
You'd think he would have given you the MSDS on it. Why would the doctor's
Let's see
canister
how our
interface
alien
with the
friend
engineering
likes Dr.
section anyway?
McCoy's medicine.
Probably as much as we do, Hikaru.
Mr. Kyle, can you transport me to auxiliary control?
Aye, sir. But I have to remind you how dangerous intership transporting can be. We've really been pushing our luck today.
I'm aware of that, Mr. Kyle, but we have to take the risk.
Look, something's happening.
Is it? Well, okay. It's amazing that you knew something was happening before it actually happened, but you know, whatever's good. Let's see. You go
These
play with the
readings
computer.
look normal to me. This looks like a normal course, right, Pavel?
Normal.
Why?
It's an excellent course. The same one I entered before the alien came on board the ship.
Why are those two calling each other by their first names? Has he ever in the whole series been referred to as Hikaru? Or Pavel? Hikaru Sulu and Pavel Chekhov. I've never heard them say that unless they were like saying their full name. It's crazy stuff. Let's look around again. Helmsman.
This station is identical
Science
to the bridge's
station.
science station, allowing access to external sensors and the library computer.
Okay. Library computer stuff.
Everything seems to be working. Library computer, external sensors.
Mr. Sulu, see if you can find where the Vurian went. Maybe that will lead us to Spock.
Captain, I'm detecting the Vurian. She seems to have vanished through a rift in space. I have the coordinates of her last known location.
Okay, I guess we're transporting. I want to save the game first.
Save new game.
Save new game.
Save
Too
new-
many games. Replace previous game. Delete
previous-
previous game.
Save new game.
Alright. Transport. Let's head out. That was here. This is the elevator. Alright, so where? Transporter room. Hey, boy, this dude is just
Do you have the
frozen here.
coordinates where the alien teleported?
Captain, You're asking me to transport you into another dimension.
Yes.
I may not be able to lock onto you there.
I'm aware of the risk, Mr. Kyle. You have your orders.
Aye, sir.
Riker would never have let Picard do this.
Energize.
I don't think that they let that
Captain's
Mr. Kyle
personal
dude go.
I've transported to
Ooh,
many
somebody
strange
is
places in my day. Being
writhing.
into an alien dimension is something entirely unique. Only the extreme risk to my ship and my friend Spock would cause me to take such a drastic risk.
This doesn't look like a nice place to visit.
There's the Vurian. I don't see Spock.
He's got to be around here somewhere.
Okay. Let's take a look at some things. We
A
got some
pile of
grapes
blue
up here.
stones.
Yeah?
Strange boulders jut from the depths of this strange planetscape.
I think so too.
This blue gem looks something like a sapphire, but requires some polish and cutting.
Can we get things?
No effect.
No? Oh, maybe we can get the red one. Stolen.
I heard that, Mr. Sulu.
What?
I didn't say anything.
You've always been saying things behind my back. You've always said I don't have enough discipline, that I don't respect my crew. You're insubordinate, Mr. Sulu.
Get hold of yourself, Captain.
What on earth was I saying? I'm sorry, Mr. Sulu. That was not
Maybe
meant
you
for-
shouldn't touch the red
As
rocks.
soon as possible.
Let's touch another rock.
This place reminds me of Deneva. I lost my brother there. He was a few years younger than I was, and there were times when he annoyed me.
Captain?
And now he's gone. Gone. I'll never see him again. Never tell him. To tell him.
Captain, snap out of it.
This place must be getting to me.
I wonder what the yellow rock does. Man, that Vurian's just writhing over there, and
Don't
we're
worry,
picking
Mr.
up
Walker, I'll
stones.
protect you. Sir? Sulu, Checo. You know, I may never have told you this before, but I care for you all more than I can tell.
Wow.
Sulu, with your dedication, your unwavering sense of responsibility.
Captain, are you talking about me?
Checo, I've always been impressed by your enthusiasm. All those wonderful Russian jokes.
All
your
those
humanity.
jokes.
Captain?
And you, Mr. Walker, with your rugged determination, I'll bet you had more girlfriends than anyone in the history of the Academy.
Actually,
Man.
sir, I'm celibate.
Why would you...
What was I just saying?
I don't know, man. You're playing with the weird colors of kryptonite.
Why are you reaching for your phaser, Mr. Sulu?
Captain,
Got the
Walker,
paranoid
I saw you
stone now.
sneaking up on me.
Sir,
You're all against me. I've gotten rid of Spock, now me. Who's next? Scotty? Uhura? Or are they part of this too?
Captain, snap out of it.
Something is definitely wrong. Such intense emotions.
Got all these emoting stones, man.
What are we doing here? Why did we come here?
Captain,
There's no way back. We'll never find Spock. We're trapped here forever, and it's all my fault.
Yep.
I knew the Antares Rift was dangerous. I should never have let the ship go in there.
Didn't you have orders?
Let's find Spock.
I'll get them, Captain.
Oh, sending somebody else for the blue ones. Okay.
Wait, we need something to handle them with. Mr. Walker, handling single stones produced intense emotions. A cache of these stones.
You're right, sir.
Do we have something to handle them with? Boy, I picked up a bunch of rocks. Look at that. They're all here. Have we tried? Let's talk to this guy. See if he can...
Greetings, Lord Kirk.
Oh, he talks.
I am Eminata. I regret the discomfort that I put you through on your ship. I wish only to preserve my joy by serving the Savant.
Are you willing to help
The
me,
Savant.
Eminata? Where's Spock? How did you come to be here? What were you doing on my ship? Are you willing to help me, Eminata?
Did the thing say the name Eminata?
Possibly. I am aware of your ship's distress. I can bring it to the attention of the Savant. It may help.
Actually, I was thinking more about freeing Spock. What is the
Probably.
Savant? I would appreciate the Savant being informed. Actually, I was thinking more about freeing Spock.
Yeah, let's
I
get
do
Spock
not know
back.
how I can help you, Captain. Speak with the Savant, and perhaps things will be clearer.
Okay, we'll gotta go talk to Rain Man. I guess we head off the screen now. We got some redstones here.
A mysterious hole in this dimension.
I thought it was a hole in the ground.
Strange boulders jut from the depths of this strange planetscape. A pouch from the Vurian life support capsule.
Oh, that's something just happen to have lying around, a pouch for us to go collect rocks in. Let's do that.
Strange boulders jut from the depths of this strange planetscape.
I guess we go... I guess we continue walking. Try not to fall out of the dimension. Hey! I know him.
Spock, what have they done to you?
Fascinating. Emotional intensity of a previously unknown level. Our link with the savant acts as an amplifier. The more minds in union with him, the greater the level of emotion. And happiness is a powerful emotion.
Spock, do you want this?
Happiness is a human desire, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I am a Vulcan.
No, you're not. You're half
I want
human.
to be free of emotions.
You're a Vulcan.
This is
You're a Hucan.
the antithesis of my desires.
Spock.
Okay, Spock's freaking out.
Try to tell you what I know. The emotions make it difficult to communicate.
You weren't having trouble a second ago.
That has done this is called the savant. A being of great power that has transformed itself into a creature of living emotion.
Why did it steal you?
It can form a link with any creature with psionic
Oh.
abilities, including Vulcans. It taps into latent emotions and amplifies them, using them to increase its emotional stability.
What happens if it gets cut off from you and the Vurian?
It would be alone, but could cope. We enhance its enjoyment, but we are not essential to its survival.
Interesting.
We're like a backup system. It relies on us for emotional support.
You're his emotional support Vulcan?
It could exist without us.
Oh, but it couldn't fly on airplanes.
I am summoning the savant. It may be in your best interest to communicate with it, Captain. I recommend you negotiate with savant to escape this place.
Yeah,
I am expendable.
Expendable? Spock, I see that these emotions have given you a sense of humor. If we can
Don't be
find
mean.
a weakness, we might be able to take you with us. What can you tell us, Spock? Spock, can you negotiate with the savant on our behalf? Spock, we found some very strange stones. What are they? Expendable? Spock,
As usual, your illogic is beyond comprehension, Captain.
Yep.
If I were human, I might find it delightful.
It's almost insulting that he pretends he's not human at all. Have you forgotten your mother entirely? Let's use the medical tricorder on him.
Captain, Mr. Spock is normal, except for accelerated brain activity in the areas of his brain that control psionic abilities. He is currently in a mind meld.
Oh, that ain't normal. What about the medical bag? Can we play with that? We brought the doctor's stuff, but not the doctor.
It is quite logical.
And that's why you need the doctor to have those things. Dude, you knocked him out.
Mr. Spock, the best science officer in Starfleet.
Uh-huh, and you knocked him out.
Captain, I have never seen Mr. Spock look so peaceful. Do not wake him up.
This is not a napping place. You know what? We got that bag. Let's go get those rocks. What did the blue rocks do? Hello.
I am the Savant.
Ah.
I wish you and all entities nothing but joy.
Who are you?
He just
Why
told
do you
you.
ensnare others against their will? Release Spock at once and allow us to return to our ship. Who are you?
Once, eons ago, I was akin to you. A creature of flesh and pain. But I released myself from these bonds and became an entity of pure emotion. And I came to this place to find a shelter from the cares of the universe.
I guess it's always been Wankersham.
Captain, you misunderstand me. It is not my will to bring harm to any creature. I have taken two creatures that are without the most important thing in existence, joy, and given it to them in infinite variety and abundance. The Vurian was filled with despair at the death of her race.
So that is the last
She
one.
was overwhelmed by sorrow and grief. I have healed her of these afflictions forever. As for the Vulcan, he has been conditioned to deny his emotions. I am bringing him in contact with a part of himself that will enhance his life. It is a gift of love.
You have no right to inflict emotions on any being, regardless of how positive you may think them to be, without their consent. Get a life. You can't just sit around feeling happy for eternity. What does that accomplish? Love? Spock doesn't want your gift. He doesn't need your gift. Release him and let us return to our ship. You have no right to inflict emotions on any...
I give them an eternity of joy. Is that not every creature's desire? How can granting a subliminal desire be beyond my rights?
That is the most arrogant piece of presumption I've ever heard.
Dude, you're about to get joyed.
An eternity of joy. And I suppose you derive no benefits from the people you hold prisoner? Do you honestly believe that because what you do may benefit them, that the ends justify the means?
Yes, Captain.
Yes, of course.
For such a great good as that which I provide, the ends do justify the means.
Why
I
are
will
there two
send
fake?
you back to your own ship and give you safe passage through the Antares Rift if you wish.
We gotta go get those blue rocks. Music is slowing down. There he is, racked in the throes of joy still. Let's take our sack out of our sack and go pick up rocks.
I've put them in the pouch we found. Boy, am I getting an odd feeling from these stones.
Odd feeling? Tell me more about this feeling.
Starfleet. What a career move. I really have been where no man has gone before.
Introspective. Let's see what that does. Let's go throw rocks at the guy. See what we can make him feel.
You disturb
Sling.
my rest. Fortunately, I am not alone in bliss. Do not use such a tactic again on me. I warn you. What is this? What am I feeling? What have you done?
Oh, cool.
What's the matter, Savant? Not feeling those good vibrations? Life
Good
isn't all
vibrations.
happiness and joy. It's time you experienced a reality check. Is that sadness you're feeling, Savant?
Oh, they're blue. They're sad. Okay.
Humans have outwitted your great wisdom, could it? What's the matter, Savant?
That's good.
Please, have mercy. I would rather die than experience such sorrow.
If you will listen to reason, I will release you.
How? You lost
Free
the...
Spock and return us to our ship. You really are a crybaby. Go ahead and bawl your head off. If you will listen to reason,
I do not wish to reward violence, Captain.
But...
taking Spock against his will is an act of violence too, Savant. No entity, no matter how wise, can impose eternity on another creature. Even the most authoritarian gods of myth never strip their subjects of their free will.
I remain unconvinced, Captain. But I am too aggrieved to argue. You and your scientist will be returned to your craft. Live long and prosper, James Kirk.
Wonder where he got that.
Live well in your universe. And I shall try to live well in mine.
Okay.
Captain's log.
Nice.
We are out of the Antares Rift and are on our way to Starbase 8, where the Enterprise has extensive repairs scheduled. All crew members, including First Officer Spock, are safely aboard.
So, Spock, you mean you had an eternity of pure enjoyment and you gave it up? Affirmative, Doctor. That has to be the most illogical thing I've ever heard. Humans spend their entire lifetime dreaming of an eternity of pleasure.
Well, why didn't you go down there then?
Perhaps humans are meant to be better than that. Perhaps we should dream of greatness, not simple gratification.
This is
Greatness
so
is a
backwards.
term subject to individual interpretation, Captain. The savant viewed the pursuit of greatness as useless, because all great deeds and accomplishments are destined to be forgotten in cosmic terms. A cosmic being thinks in cosmic terms, Spock. But somehow that philosophy overlooks a lot of life's little pleasures. There's just one thing that bothers me about the whole thing. Really, Doctor? Spock finally got to enjoy himself, and I wasn't there to see it.
Brilliant.
Now that's something worth remembering.
Message from Starfleet Command.
On screen.
I reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed with the results of your recent performance. Outstanding work, Jim.
Thank you.
Keep up the good
Thank
work.
you very much.
Kane out.
Awesome.
How long until we reach Nova Atar, Ensign?
About 23 hours, Captain.
22 hours, 53 minutes, and 17 seconds to be precise.
Spock, there's no need to be precise. We're going on shore leave. Rest, relaxation, no calls from Starfleet.
Yeah. There's a call from Starbase.
Captain, we have a message coming in from Admiral Richards at Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Hello, Jim. I know you're going on shore leave, but
Yeah.
What is it, Chris?
since you're going there anyway, and it's only a small favor,
Favor?
I don't want to inconvenience you, but
Fine, you have it. What would you like me to do?
we recently discovered that one of the exhibits in the Smithsonian Annex at Nova Atar is of great historical significance to the Serenzi,
I'm gonna
an
steal it for
influential
you.
family from planet Lakian. The museum is going to have a small ceremony to return the item. The Federation planned to send a representative, but, well, she couldn't make it. Since you'll be in the neighborhood, well, no dress uniforms. All you have to do is smile and shake hands.
Smile, shake hands. It would be my pleasure, Admiral. My chief engineer had already promised to show me around. We'll be there.
Thanks, Jim. I owe you one. Check your data files for details. Oh, one more thing, Jim. Due to the
How
security
big is
concerns,
that
you
lie?
won't be allowed to bring any electronic equipment with you. Richards
Oh
out.
boy.
Now, I was saying...
Captain, do we really have to stand around and listen to speeches from a bunch of politicians?
It won't be all bad, Scotty. The curator's a major cognac producer, and he asked us to show up early to thank us for our support.
Captain, it'd be rude to keep a man like the curator waiting, what with an important diplomatic function to prepare for.
Where are we supposed to go? Oh, Nova Atar. Okay, let's go. Navigate. No, wait. Let's go. Hold up. How do I get back out of here? Let's go. Save the game first.
Save new game. Replay delete previous. Save new game.
We will save Nova. Okay. While the ship spins around. Navigate to... Let's see the map here. Nova Atar. Nova Atar, that's number 16, which is... down here, I think. Alright.
We've arrived at Nova Atar, Captain.
Bring us into standard orbit, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, Captain.
See, I used to have to push O to enter orbit. I don't know when they decide to do something for me. Okay, I'm going to leave this here for just a second. I need to grab a drink, so I should be right back. Hang on. Hopefully that's good. And I got my water. Let's beam down.
Mr. Scott, Mr. Chekhov, come with me. Mr. Spock, you have the car.
Captain Kirk, good to meet you. I am Boris Brezhnev.
Hey, Boris.
At the museum. Everyone is buzzing about visitors from the Enterprise.
Visitors.
A real feather in my cap.
The pleasure is ours, sir. This is my chief engineer, Mr. Scott, and Ensign Chekhov, our navigator.
Most pleased to meet you both. Chekhov, a fine name. I'm certain you will be interested in sampling the Kazakhstani cognac, distilled and blended by my family.
Kazakhstan.
In fact, I will later show you my most prized possession, a bottle of our finest vintage, aged 40 years from our very first pressing.
But isn't cognac French?
Originally, Mr. Scott. But before my ancestors came to settle this planet, they went to Cognac and purchased cuttings, brought them here, and made enhancements. You could say we reinvented Cognac.
He can say a W
But you
for
gentlemen
invented, but then he says
and I must
fish.
see to making certain the cleaning crews are finished working. Please, feel free to look about a bit. I will page you later and maybe you will join me in a small toast before the ceremonies? Yes?
It would be our pleasure, Curator.
That is not an accent. That is just confusion. Apparently we're leaving. Alright.
I told you we invented it. Maybe we were a little hard on you, laddie.
Never doubted you for a second, Mr. Chekhov. Now let's take advantage of this time and look around.
Let's look around. We got
The plaque reads, an old ground-based phaser cannon model B-17. The real
equalizer.
Rescued from a Federation scrapyard. Probably based on the frontier near Nelapur. This phaser cannon no longer possesses any of its focusing or targeting equipment. The large capacitors in the base allowed a variety of power sources to be used to energize the cannon and gave the real equalizer considerable flexibility in use.
Big guns. We got it.
Lights cascade continually above the surface of this device.
does
Plaques
that
on
mean?
each side read, the Vandecourt Aurora generator was donated to this museum by Sir William Loudon. Originally, a university experiment designed to test broadcast power as both a containment system and photostimulation for possible use in a propulsion system, the unit was presented as a gift to Loudon, who liked the way it looked and had recently donated a significant sum to the university.
Not a clue.
The Klingon console looks operational, but without a ship attached, it's hard to tell. Written on the plaque, this is a control console from a Klingon warbird, the Klarg, which was salvaged from the battle wreckage near Crimmins 8.
Think you could make that work, Mr. Scott?
Of course, Captain. But it's not like I'll ever have to.
Fun guy. Turn the air conditioner on. Alright. And this thing?
The plaque reads, the Niven, non-integrated Vulcan electronumerator, was one of the earliest versions of a Vulcan computer.
Awesome. I want one of those.
Were found to only function correctly at high temperatures. Since the focus in those early days was on computational effectiveness and not user-friendliness, the operator could not stand near the Niven during its operation. Input to the machine was cabled in from a separate device. Hence, it was a non-integrated computer.
Of course. And is this the separate device?
The plaque reads, the Niven, non-integrated
No. We already read that stuff. Okay. So it was not user-friendly. It was user-hostile. So I can only imagine that means it ran Unix. Let's go through the door. Alright, more stuff. Let's see what this is. Not talk. Look. Just, no, look.
The plaque on the old machine reads, an early experimental transporter. The Murnane 8 was from a time before transporters were safe for travel
Not me, man.
living beings. Constructed to be a frequently modified test bed, the Murnane 8 had only a small loading bay. The destination controls were also still in testing. making the use of this transporter as much art as science.
Yeah, not me, man. So the thing about transporters that you may not know is that they had high-resolution transporters for personnel and low-resolution transporters for cargo. You don't want to put people or animals through the low-res... I can't imagine how that would work out, but you just don't do that stuff. Crazy. Anyway, apparently it takes a lot less gas to run the low-res thing, so they, when they're beaming bulk cargo into the bay, then they can automate that and do stuff like that, and you don't really care if all the way down to the DNA level gets put back exactly like it was. Although you'd think that, for like fruit and stuff, that maybe that would still be important. I don't know. All I know is that I read that in Scotty's handbook to the Enterprise, because that was one of the first real super nerd book things that I got in adjunct to this series. Also learned from that book that the new Star Trek, the new one, like it's not 30 years old at this point. Picard, what's it called? Friggin' Enterprise D. The Enterprise D.
Captain Kirk and party, please report to the curator's office, please. Captain Kirk and party, please report to the curator's office.
Was I making you wait?
I hope you enjoyed your tour, gentlemen. Please
it
join
forced me on.
Would you mind if the first toast with the Kazakhstani
How
was
dare you?
the Enterprise?
Curator, why isn't that Brezhnev cognac?
For heaven's sakes, Chekhov, don't interrupt a man on the verge of toasting the best ship in the fleet with the finest cognac on this side of the galaxy.
My apologies.
I cannot believe that thing forced me up here.
Questions later, then. The toast. Here's to the Starship Enterprise.
Yes. Can't help but notice also that we're under red alert.
What could this be?
A conspiracy.
Oh, it's just now. Okay.
Let me pull this up on screen.
Oh no. We were just there.
They've destroyed my camera.
That's the first thing they should destroy if they're gonna sneak something out.
With our other security systems.
Ooh, send in the laser robots. Or don't. Just lay down. Oh, we have nothing. We didn't bring anything with us. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Look at him, I guess.
Ignoring the slight ozone odor, the curator looks peacefully asleep.
All right.
You get no response.
Of course. Who can we talk to?
Look around, gentlemen. Let's see if we can find something to solve this little mystery.
I do not know what we should do next, Captain.
Yeah, I guess that's up to me.
Maybe I can wring some information out of that security panel.
Maybe we should save the game before you go touch the thing that knocked this other guy out.
Save new game. Replace previous.
What do we got here?
An old suit of armor, but with a strong framework added inside to avoid any accidents. It's holding a large metal lance in its right gauntlet.
Looks like a syringe, man. Can we have the lance? Is he gonna take it?
The large lance.
Oh, he took it, and he put it in his pocket. Can we take the alcohol?
Effect.
Dude, I bet it does if you drink enough.
The decanter is nearly full.
Not for long.
Captain, I don't know what we could possibly use this for.
Bull.
This is a very expensive silver tray.
Dude's not looking. We're taking everything that's not nailed down out of this museum.
I feel rather bad about this, Captain.
Don't lie.
I do too, Scotty, but it's always surprising what you need in an emergency.
Oh, so he knows we're just ripping off everything. What about the butterfly?
No
Can we take
effect.
it? What do we have so far? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Silver tray. All right. What is this thing? What is this thing? What is this
The
thing?
curator's desk. Neat. Organized. The curator's
Useless.
office is an interesting mix of the old and new.
Okay.
A small, tantalizing goblet of cognac, waiting for the warm touch
Oh
of Mr.
no.
Scott's
He
hand
said he
to
didn't know what it was
gently
for,
release
so he
its
gets
vapors.
nothing. He gets nothing. Let's see. We don't want to go there. I don't see much else we can do. Let's start touching things.
No effect. No effect.
We saved. Let's touch
No
the thing.
effect.
Oh, no effect.
No effect.
Fine, can we use Scotty?
No effect.
Hello?
No effect.
How can you say no effect when I'm telling you to use Scotty? There we go. On the computer.
Not much of a trap, really. Fixed it up with a wee change of wiring.
Natch. Okay, use the computer then, I guess. Maybe
I wonder if we can get any other information out of the security system.
There is something. Hold up. Did you see that? This. There's something there once he moved away.
I wonder what this is for.
What is it? A note? Can we look at it?
The note on the paper reads, Bresnia, VVSOP 2123.
Looks like a username and password to me. Use Scotty on the glass.
I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain.
Yeah, I do not believe that for a minute. Now that we got his login, I'll bet we can get into his desk.
This is helpful. There's a button under the edge of the desk when the curator wants to open the door.
Okay. There we go. We opened the door. Let's head through the door.
Captain, what will we do when we get to the other room and the door closes?
Don't. I don't know. Can this thing roll? It's on wheels.
Mr. Chekhov, see if you can wedge that knight under.
Yes, Captain.
And nobody's... Dude! He threw it just in time.
There, that should hold the door open.
Okay, now we can leave. Crazy. What else can we take?
This is not exactly my area of expertise.
Okay, we'll use the Mr. Scotty on it. Can we take any electronics from this
I've
thing?
looked this beastie over, and the only things we might be able to use are the capacitors.
Yes.
I've taken them out. They'll soak up a wee bit of power before releasing it.
That's what they do.
This
Can you
machine
do
is
this?
putting out a fair amount of power.
Okay. Can we soak up... Is this capacitor? Yes.
The capacitor should charge very quickly.
Good. How about the other capacitor?
The capacitor should charge very quickly.
Yes, they should. Okay. Take this.
No effect.
Use
Gentlemen,
this.
I'll leave this to you.
Ah, Lazy Kirk.
Captain, I was able to recover some heat-resistant wiring and a cable.
We are just wrecking this museum. Alright. Can we take the capacitors back now?
Chekhov takes the capacitor off of the Aurora generator.
Nice, nice. Will you look at it first?
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor. It is currently uncharged.
Uncharged. Okay, we put it back then.
The capacitor should charge very quickly.
Do we have to use the thing first?
Mr. Scott would know more about this machine.
Ah, okay. Mr. Scott,
This machine
turn
is
it
putting out
on.
a fair amount of power.
Yeah, but it's not charging your capacitors.
I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain.
Charge the
This
capacitors.
machine is putting out a fair amount of power.
Alright. Oh! Hello. Maybe we just had to wait long enough.
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor. It is currently charged.
Alright. Now we can take the charged capacitor.
Chekhov takes the capacitor off of the Aurora generator. An old-style phaser cannon capacitor. It is currently uncharged.
And I guess we just wait for that too? Is there anything else we
Gentlemen,
can use?
I'll leave this to you.
Ah, boy. Use him on that.
There's nothing left here, Captain.
Stole it all. Okay. What about this thing? Oh, good. That finally
Not much I can do
charged.
with it, Captain. It's not connected to anything.
Okay. Let's take the capacitor.
Chekhov takes the capacitor off of the Aurora generator.
And last one, use him on this other machine.
It's working fine. Just doesn't have anything to control right now.
So far, so good. What do we have now? What is that? We got wires, we got something, we got a note, we got 2 charged capacitors, a silver tray, booze, and a lance. Awesome. And what is this thing? Let's eyeball that.
A standard 350 micron interface cable.
Standard cable. If that's a standard cable, then what were... Wait a minute. Eyeball. Then what were the cables?
Normal heat-resistant wires.
Okay, heat-resistant wires. Whatever. I guess we go to the next room. I feel like saving again. I don't know. It's too late now. It won't let me stop.
Security lockdown is in effect. Please enter access code.
We have that code. VV sub 2123.
Authorization code correct. Warning.
Malfunction.
Malfunction in security authorization. Access denied.
It appears that the terrorists do not want any visitors.
Okay.
The walls of this hexagonal exhibition room appear quite sturdy. Although some exhibits are old, all are well maintained.
Was that the wrong code? Eyeball.
The note on the paper reads
VV SOP 2123.
SOP 2123.
Security lockdown is in effect.
Maybe
Please
we gotta do it in
enter
caps.
Access code.
VV. Oh, wrong keyboard. VV SOP 2123.
Authorization code correct.
Correct.
Warning. Malfunction in security authorization.
Okay,
Access
there's something
denied.
that we missed.
It appears that the terrorists do not want any visitors.
Is there anything else we can use Scotty on? We already played with that
There's
machine.
little else we can do with this, Captain.
Okay. And you
This
already
machine
played
is
with this
putting out a
machine.
fair amount of power. I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain.
I don't either. Anybody got an idea on this one?
I think we just about salvaged all we can from this system.
Okay, I guess we go back to the other room now that we have a bunch more stuff. Let's head back there and see if there's anything else to play with.
This seems pointless.
Thank you.
The curator's office is an interesting mix of the old and new. This glass birdhouse is the nesting place of a Brucknerian swallow.
That looks like it should be something.
This is the screen where the curator monitors the rest of the museum.
There's got to be something we didn't trigger right.
A heavy set of double doors. When open, good for moving large items through. When closed, good for stopping large items from moving through.
Okay. Can we go this way? There's another path.
Security lockdown is
There's another
in
path.
effect.
Okay.
Please enter access code.
BVSOP 2123.
Security lock deactivated.
There was another room. Okay. Let's have a look
Low
around.
and sleek, this space vehicle has a Spartan look.
Vehicle? That looks like a
Written on the
torpedo.
plaque. This is the escape pod in which the famous smuggler known as the Black McKiernan was captured.
The McKiernan.
Unable to outrun his pursuers, McKiernan tried to escape in the pod as he blew up his ship, hoping the authorities would think he had perished. The pod had been specially constructed of expensive metalloceramic alloys to withstand such an escape tactic. Unfortunately for McKiernan, the pursuit included a trailing scout ship looking for a backtracking maneuver, and when the smiling smuggler opened the hatch thinking he'd made planetfall, he was treated to the inside view of a Federation cruiser's shuttle bay.
That would make a fine
Awesome.
battering ram. Too bad we cannot possibly get it up to speed.
Are you sure? Can you play with it?
Everything on this pod's too tight. I need the proper tools. I was able to get one loose access panel, but I'm not sure what we can do with it.
What do we have for tools? We've got a lance.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Okay, fine, be that way. Let's
My
look at this.
great-grandfather hadn't been born yet when this system was operational.
The sensor
Awesome.
package that operated this diagram was huge, Captain. It took up a third of the space in the craft.
Okay. What is
The
this?
surface of the old docking ring is pitted from micrometeorite strikes, and there are several large welds running completely around it. Many
Okay,
magnetic
so don't open
coupling
that.
clamps are uniformly spaced around the ring. The plaque reads, "This docking ring was recovered in pieces from the port facilities at Genevieve 9, where it was broken when a freighter, the Hardy, accidentally turned on its thrusters just before mooring was completed."
You know, Captain, these
Just
looks
don't
like
do
the
that.
rings we worked on during my cadet summer training assignment.
Before or after the welds, Mr. Chekhov? There's a story
Ooh.
in this, isn't there? Before or there's a story.
Of course, Captain. Why else would I be talking?
Why
As I
else?
was saying, we worked with these type of rings. We were working in spacesuits outside the station practicing maneuvering things around. When the instructors would take a break, we would line up several of the rings. After lining them up, we would float a piece of metal toward the first one. The trick was to turn on the magnets as the metal approached, so it would accelerate towards the hole. Then
You made a
we
rail
turned
gun.
off the magnets as it passed through. When this was done for each ring, the piece of metal would go very fast out the backside.
Rather hard on the box, wasn't it?
What box? We were in space. I'm talking about knocking down the door.
The lad's got a good idea, Captain. If we cannot go around that big door, we can go through it.
I thought that's what I said.
Well, gentlemen, why are we standing here talking?
Awesome. Okay. Can we get the things? Let's get the things! We took all the things. Okay.
I was able to pull off some of the magnetic lamps. I'm sure we will find a use for them.
I thought we already discovered a use for them. Let's take a look at this
The
thing.
plaque reads, "A failed experiment in Habis robotics. The Green Mark 6 was one of those ideas where the original concept might have been sound, but the follow-ups were too much. Planned as a simple cargo handler, attempts were made at increasing its function and therefore its flexibility. Unfortunately, proposed missions such as security were well beyond its recognition systems and processors. One small piece of lasting notoriety was that the Mark 6 was one of the first Habis robotic uses of room temperature superconducting wiring. While the wiring concept went forward, little else of this robot did."
If we could make it run, maybe we could use it to force the door open.
All right,
Interesting
let's
idea,
fix
Mr.
it.
Chekhov. We'll have to keep it in mind.
Use the checkoff on whatever this is.
I can't imagine what this machine could be good for.
I thought you just... Never mind. How about that?
It's not much more than a giant metal ring, Captain.
Okay. That's everybody that wanted to take a look at everything. Let's go back in here. Now we've got even more stuff. Okay, so this door doesn't want us to go through, right? Let's try it again.
Security lockdown is in effect. Please enter access code.
Okay, VVSOP 2123.
Authorization code correct. Warning. Malfunction in security authorization.
Okay.
Access denied.
It appears that the terrorists do not want any visitors.
There's got to be something else in here we still need to do. Let's use the batteries on this thing. That worked. It woke up. Dude!
That has to be one of the most useless robots I've ever seen.
Badly
How
designed.
dare you speak this way about Wally D2?
Only in a dance contest, Mr. Chekhov.
How dare you? Well, let's pick up whatever fell off of it, I guess.
You take the capacitor out of the robot.
We took the capacitor out of the robot.
This is not exactly my area of expertise.
Then why did you try to put the battery in?
There's no way anyone could fix this piece of junk, no matter how much time was available.
Okay,
But
we got
I
more
did get
wires.
some wires that may be helpful.
All right. We got our thing back. Let's go see what we can combine here on our crafting table. That one needs to charge
The
up again.
capacitor should charge very quickly.
Yeah, you said that, but it took a while last time. We got magnet clamps. Oh, they go here too. We are assembling our
We still have
railgun.
to wire them up, Captain. That's going to be the real job.
Well, then do it. Here's some wires. Here's some wire. We got lots of different wires. Which ones do we
Won't
want?
do us any good to hook it up to the panel until everything is wired up.
Apparently not those. How about these? Okay.
Captain, I'll need a little help positioning the clamps correctly while wiring them.
Oh man, you mean he has to hold
Push
these?
harder. I'll need these tighter to get more power.
I'm giving it all I got, Scotty.
Yes! More wires. What do we do with that?
I don't think these will do. They'd survive firing the beastie, but they don't carry enough current for what we're likely to need.
I'm sure we could find something that would work in this place.
And what about the other ones? This thing? Oh, I bet we fire the
You're hooked up
lance.
here, Captain.
Okay, we hooked that up, Captain. Lance. Yes.
One projectile ready to go, Captain.
And it's just floating there. Is that a good sound? I don't know if that's a good sound. Okay. We got that all on there. Firing control.
This should be fun.
Good, have fun. Don't get in front of it, you morons! Why would you run in front of it? Oh. Yeah, there could have been people on the other side of that. Okay. Is this still
The
working?
surface of the generator is a mass of melted wiring and metal. The only glow is from dissipating heat.
I think we broke it.
Chekhov takes the capacitor off of the Aurora generator. Chekhov takes the capacitor off of the Aurora generator.
We can't do anything with this mess. The capacitors are the only thing to survive.
Okay, we totally broke it. Alright, I guess we're going to the next room. This is a bit of a mess. Let's look around.
We made a bit of a mess here, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
The plaque on the old machine reads,
Experimental transporter, we talked about that.
The plaque on an old communications panel. On the plaque, this communications station was removed off the old freighter, Big Bear Running, when that ship was retired from its customary Benchley to Sawcare run. Outdated by today's standards, this system was known for its powerful transmitter and ease of repair.
We might have to fix
that. As a
that.
side note, the shell of the Big Bear Running was used as a testing target for present models of photon torpedoes.
Okay.
Although
that
badly
thing?
scuffed, when it was blasted free of the sealing, the
Gas
gas canister
canister
and nozzle look functional.
The curator
What is that
mentioned
from?
these were in each room.
We could open the door and spray it on the terrorists.
If
What
it's
is
fast enough to stop them from using their phasers, it'll stop us too.
And they'd get a warning if the door started to open. Time enough to put the hostages in jeopardy.
Okay, I'm betting we're gonna have to beam it over then. Can we fix that thing? Let's take it first.
The gas canister is a bit beat up from the fall, but still functional.
I wouldn't put anything near that beastie until I at least get a good look at her.
Fine, go fix it up.
I don't think McCoy would like this transporter, Captain. Even I would not want to use this one.
You? Not use a piece of equipment? Why not, Mr. Scott?
This little beastie put out a wee bit of energy discharge during transport. You've heard of the Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Of course, Mr. Scott.
Well, this is the Mulligan certainty field, guaranteed to do bad things to you even Dr. McCoy cannot fix. You can block the radiation, but she's not something I'd want to play with unless I absolutely had to. You'd have to repair the wires anyway. And the power unit's been pulled out too.
Oh, we got power units. One of these?
The capacitor can be connected to the transporter, but has little effect uncharged.
Okay. Well, how are we gonna charge it? We got more wires? Dude, we're fixing stuff.
Easy, but the wiring's fixed, Captain.
It's never easy, is it, Mr. Scott?
Aye, Captain.
It's never admitted to be easy. We got gas, we got... don't know what else to do there. Where else could we go? Can we leave here? We need to go find a place to plug in our capacitors.
Security lockdown is in effect. Please enter access code.
Phoebe, SOP 2123. We got that. That looks a lot like a generator.
The plaque reads, The
Dunkelberger
Dunkelberger Automated Worker Mark 12 was a successful entry in the early days of automated labor.
Right.
The Mark 12 was designed to function as a cargo helper, allowing small manufacturers to cheaply compete against large corporations. Due to their small size, reliability, and obedience, these robots were often treated like pets and given names that were incorporated into their response systems. This particular version was called Barney.
Barney. Oh, we gotta get Barney. Can we take Barney? Take Barney.
No effect.
Okay, can we fix Barney? What do we got here? We got a battery, but it's still a dead battery. Maybe Barney's plugged
There's
in.
only a wee bit of juice in this capacitor, but I think it'll be
Ah!
enough to power up the robot. It's a tight squeeze, Captain. I don't think we'd be able to get it back out once it's in. Should I go ahead and do it?
We could use the help, Mr. Scott. Energize the robot.
Guess?
Not yet, Mr. Scott. We may need that power elsewhere.
Okay,
We
let's
could
go
use
ahead
the
and do
help.
it. All right. What about this thing?
The access panel is stuck, Captain. I don't think any of us are strong enough to pull it free.
Oh well, we got a guy for that.
This is an odd beastie, Captain. I'm not even sure how they powered this thing.
It's
It'd
crystals,
take days
man.
to begin to understand it.
Superman
I'm only
technology.
human, Captain.
Can we take some crystals? Stealing everything else.
It probably wouldn't hurt anything to take one crystal. It's just
Probably. Yeah, we'll just
This one looks
just
good.
take one.
The
That.
schematics for a Dunkelberger automated worker Mark 12.
Oh, that's lovely.
The schematics for
Yeah,
a
we saw that.
Dunkelberger automated worker. The plaque reads, the
We read that. How about this
Written
one?
on the plaque, Federation Scientific Probe Model 33119A.
Fusion reactor.
The 33119A was powered by a small fusion reactor, since removed. The 33119A had considerable range but was considered slow. The 33119A carried a 3-ton instrument array. This has also been removed from the display model. This particular probe was used to monitor the collision of Algiers 5 and Algiers 6. One of the double stars at the core of the Algiers system had begun to collapse to a brown dwarf stage, and the resulting fluctuations resulted in the planet's orbital paths crossing, which led to their collision.
I've used one of these before, Captain. Everyone notices the fusion reactor, but I'll bet they forgot the fuel cell that served as backup power for the instrument package. It's probably as dry as a bone after all these years.
Fuel cell, you say? Okay, first we need to use the
Arnie,
robot.
Open the pod bay door.
Yeah, Hal, open the pod bay door. Okay. And go park yourself. Well, I guess that's what we need.
I knew it. They forgot to take out the fuel cell. That fusion reactor always scares people enough that they forget the backup cell. It's dry now. You'd need to wet this beauty down and get a catalyst in her.
Okay. Wet stuff. I'm surprised he let that go so well. There we go. So easily, I mean.
Other than tasting, but at least it'll work a fair bit in here.
Okay.
I should get Mr. Scott to look at this.
I'm trying.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, hush.
We need something to act as a catalyst and something as a contact between the electrolyte and gas, Captain.
Okay.
I don't understand what you want.
Oh, hush. Let's get in the bag. How about one of these? That'll separate the
It's a good
cells.
thing to build in so much flexibility. The silver isn't a bad catalyst and will act as a contact too.
And what is that thing?
All hooked up and charging, Captain.
Awesome. How about the crystal?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
No, not a crystal. How about whatever this thing is?
No, I don't think that's necessary.
I don't even remember what that thing is.
Better than brandies? More than stums? Look out, fuel cell. Here she comes.
Okay.
This seems pointless.
Really?
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor. It is currently uncharged.
Do we have to pull the lever or something?
I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain. I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain. She's running, Captain. She only puts out a wee bit of power, but we can store it in the capacitors.
Okay, so we're charging up the batteries again. I guess that's good. Guess we'll leave it to charge for now. Is there anything else we can take?
No effect.
Apparently not.
No effect. No effect.
I want the battery back. It's got blinking lights.
An old-style phaser cannon capacitor. It is currently charged.
Okay. Mine. Hey, the robot's still on.
All ready to go, Captain.
Let's put the battery on the thing. What was it?
It's in there, Captain.
Okay, now can we beam the canister over?
Maybe we should wait until Mr. Scott has it
I
fixed.
thought he fixed it! Okay, fine. Use the Scott on the thing. Water.
Captain, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that opening when this thing fires up. We'll still need to block the effects of the transporter. I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain. I don't understand what you want me to do, Captain. This should work. I hope.
Is that the loose panel that he took off of the... What is the crystal for?
No,
I still
I
haven't
don't think
figured
that's
that
necessary.
out yet. What about this other machine?
You think Uhura would like it if we swapped this one for hers?
Scotty, I never took you for having a death wish.
Actually, Captain, this one's not in bad shape. They took the transmitting gear and she's got no power, but other than that, she's in fine condition. They run a ship-shaped museum here.
Crystal.
This reminds me of the time when I was a boy working on my first electronics project. I built one of those old crystal radios. With luck, we'll be able to get this transmitter working.
Okay, we've got multiple options now.
It's been a while, but I think that will work.
That wasn't easy, Captain. I don't think the beastie wanted to give it up.
All hooked in, Captain.
So is that working now?
Gentlemen, we still need to come up with a transmitter.
Okay. We've got other things to take.
You remove the silver tray.
There's our antenna.
I rigged up an isolated piece of frame in there as one conducting plate and the tray as the other. It's not the best solution, but it's the best I can do here.
It'll have to do. Let's see what happens. At least this one didn't threaten me.
Well, let's see how well this works. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. Enterprise, come in.
Who is this?
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship
That ain't
Enterprise.
how you answer.
Who are you? Whoever you are, call for help. There are terrorists in the museum. This is Captain Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. I'm in the Smithsonian Museum, where hostages are being held.
How interesting. I'm in the Smithsonian Museum holding hostages.
Who am I talking to? You should give up immediately. You have no chance. I'm holding a Corbomite device.
Oh, he's got the Corbomite device.
Discuss this. Who am I talking to?
My name is Lucas. I'm a member of the Lockean family, Onakan.
I've never heard of the Onakan family.
It's no surprise you haven't heard of us, even though we're one of the largest and oldest families on Lockean. Just shows how much the Federation believes the lies the Saransi pass along.
The Saransi are your enemies? I find it unlikely the Federation will take sides. Of course the Federation backs the Saransi. You don't see them taking hostages and setting traps for museum curators, do you? The Saransi are... I find it unlikely the Federation will take sides.
If the Federation isn't backing the Saransi, how do you explain a ceremony giving the Saransi the Quelke? Obviously, the Federation believes their lies.
The Kelke? You mean the probe?
It is more than just a probe to us. The Quelke discovered Lockean generations ago. The entire race owes its existence to the Quelke.
I knew it had great significance. I just didn't know there was anyone else involved. This is when the original planet was on the verge of being destroyed? I thought the Saransi ruled your race. Shouldn't they be the ones that controlled the Kelke? I knew it had great... I thought the Saransi ruled your race. Shouldn't they be the ones that controlled the Kelke?
Why don't you discuss it with them? I have things to deal with now.
Hello? Hello? He seems to have cut communications.
I feel like we did something bad.
We need to recharge the capacitor.
Oh, good grief.
You remove the capacitor. You remove the silver tray.
Let's go try again.
It's a good thing to build in so much flexibility. The silver isn't a bad catalyst and will act as a contact too.
All hooked up and charging, Captain.
Okay. Walk out. Walk back in. And there it is. We shall take it. What's the wow for?
All ready to go, Captain.
You remove the silver tray.
All hooked in, Captain.
I rigged up an isolated piece of frame in there as one conducting plate and the tray as the other. It's not the best solution, but it's the best I can do here.
Okay. Stretch. Fine. Thank you. Yep. I need to readjust every now and then. I don't get stiff. So I guess that means that the points are working.
Well, let's see how well this works. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk to Enterprise. Enterprise, come in. I don't seem to be able to raise anyone else. It looks like it's up to us to deal with this.
Oh boy. Okay, so I guess I ruined that. We'll have to go with
You remove
plan
the
B.
capacitor.
The crystal seems to be stuck in here.
You remove the silver tray.
At least we don't have to go charge the thing again.
It's in there, Captain.
Let's see, Scotty on this thing. See if it's ready to go yet, or if we need something else.
Well, Captain, she's functional. Now we have to decide what to do with her.
We beam in the grenade. I think we already decided that.
It's inside. We should wait until it's time to transport before we activate the valve.
Good idea, Ensign. I'd say this piece of equipment would need a professional to operate it, Mr. Scott.
Fine, let's ask him to do it. And then everybody run away.
We're about as ready as we can get, Captain. I'll have the robot open the gas valve and I'll transport on your signal. Shall we give it a go?
Well, two of them are standing, back a little bit.
Let's hold off for now. Energize, Mr. Scott.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And boom. Boy, that's a good thing to have that robot do that.
Security lockdown is in effect. Please enter access code.
Getting good at remembering that one. Let's go see if everybody's dead.
The gas worked.
Yep.
Mr. Chekhov, have Dr. McCoy beam down to make sure the curator and guards are all right. Mr. Scott, lower the museum shields and have a security team beamed aboard. Captain's log supplemented. With the terrorist unconscious, it was an easy matter to turn off the security override. The terrorist turned out to be from another family from Lockheed, the Onakan, a family with a long history of feuding with the Saransi, who also claimed the probe. The probe was the very same probe that discovered Lockheed and had enormous symbolic importance to the families on the planet. Curator Brezhnev was treated by Dr. McCoy and is in good health. Commendations are in order for Scott and Chekhov for meritorious service. Lieutenant Uhura,
awesome.
Send a message to Admiral Richards. Tell him he owes me more than he thinks he does.
Okay.
I have a feeling he's not going
just go to stand there and shake hands,
I'm
remember?
going to remember this mission with a great deal of sadness, Captain.
Why is that?
I'm
Mr.
sure you
It was
will.
such a fine cognac, Captain. It was just waiting for us, and now it's gone forever.
Like you had the option of drinking the cup off the table.
You always remember the one that got away.
Sure, Scott.
Captain, message incoming from Starfleet.
I see they got our report. On screen.
That was
I
awfully quick.
reviewed your report from your recent assignment, Captain, and have a few comments. Well done, Kirk. Keep up the good work. I must say, however, your performance is not what we've come to expect from James T. Kirk. I guess we all have our off days, Captain.
If that's what you want to call it. And we're off to our next assignment. But our next assignment, I think, is going to take more than the 15 minutes we have left in the stream, so we're probably going to go ahead and cut it off here. Let's see what this is. Though This Be Madness, Episode 7.
6169.3. While delivering supplies to outposts
Yeah.
near Klingon and Romulan space.
I'll get it fixed.
On
Let's
screen,
go ahead
Captain.
and...
This is Sub-Commander Guyon of the...
Yeah, we'll do that next time. Stop. Let me...
This day is not going.
Captain, we
That's
have
the
an
big
emergency
problem with this
message from
game.
Starfleet.
That's a on
Captain.
Okay, now can I finally get in here? We
Yes,
shall quit the game. Awesome. Okay, and there. Okay, so that was great. Somebody redeemed channel points. I think that makes this as official as it gets. And we popped poppers, and we did 2 episodes of the Star Trek game. How many of these are left? Hang on. There's only 2 left. Okay, so next week is probably our final Star Trek deal, and then we'll have to go on. I think we've decided to go on to Mist after this, so we'll find out about that when the time comes. We will continue working our way up to partner if we can, so let's just see where it goes from there. Until then, I will see you on, what is today, Wednesday? So I'll see you on Saturday. We'll be doing Slapdash Saturday. We'll be back to Deponia, and that is usually our big stream on Saturday. So hopefully we'll see some more activity, and I will try and get some of the extra things put in place. The emotes, for sure. I'm going to work on the emotes and make sure we get those in place before Saturday. Or at least I hope to. We shall see. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Until then, over and out.